I think I'll have to start calling this car the 40-year-old virgin, because these seats, they've never been out. And you know, as I look at this carpet under the seats and then look at that, I think I pretty much decided I'm gonna have to replace this carpeting. I just can't live with myself if I leave it like that. So it's another thing for the list. All right, let's see what kind of treasures we found under the driver's seat. Looks like a dime here. And what's this? Yeah, big time, quarter. Okay, each of the back seats are held in by one 13mm bolt in the front. And as you can see, we've got some more loose change. And oh, what's this? We even have a socket. Add that to my collection. So I'm in taking the center console out and found another artifact. It's a knife. Oh, gee. Probably not old, but it sure looks old. Haven't been in there so long. I even found a little graduation picture. Looks like maybe a little guy was graduating from kindergarten or something. Anyway, I bet they were sorely missing this little picture. Okay, while I'm replacing all of the burnout light bulbs in the console, this Clarion cassette player is also going to be replaced. Problem is, it doesn't play cassettes. I mean, the radio works, but so what I did, I splurged. I spent $24 on this Pioneer. It's a KEH-P2800. I don't know. It's used, okay? But the guy had quite a few, his feedback was fairly high, and everybody liked his stuff. And so, it was a little dusty. I cleaned it out with some electronics cleaner, and I'm just gonna pray again that it works. You know, what started out as just a project to get things out, to clean the carpet. It looks like it's going to cost me more than I realized. No amount of duct tape is going to fix that. And so I'm going to have to be buying new seatbelt sleeves. Well, I was going to do a demo for you on this Pioneer car stereo. Cassettes play great, the radio works fine, but unfortunately these back speakers need to be replaced. This one in the left here, they're Alpine SPS 6939s. Anyway, they're 120 watt speakers. I don't know if I can show you this, but the one on the right worked fine, but the left side was pretty rusty and corroded, and it just finally quit working. So I tested it with a 9-volt battery and it wouldn't work. But you know, since I'm replacing one, I got to replace both. So I've got some Pioneer TS something on the way. They're 230 watt, I think. So they should be finally matched with this Pioneer 40 watt car stereo. All right, that's an update on the sound. Okay, switching gears here a little bit. In preparation of removing this smog equipment, I decided to get this canister control valve out of there. It's this thing here. So basically what I have now, I've got, you know, just the line running to the purge valve, and then from the purge valve into the carb. Got rid of this EFE, this early fuel evaporation thermal vacuum switch. That's out of there. And then this line, got rid of it. So eventually we're going to remove the smog, all that crazy stuff. It'll look a lot better. It'll have, you know, I'll have a lot more room to work. And so, I mean, it already looks better without that canister control valve apparatus on the front there. Well, since I was working on the vacuum system, I thought I'd check this canister. And you know, the filter, I've removed it. It was completely clogged. So I'm going to put a new one of those in. Underneath the canister itself was just caked with dirt. So I cleaned that all out. There was no air getting from the vent there. Put new vacuum hoses on. This tank pressure control valve, this line had just completely broken. So, I mean, I probably should have paid more attention to this earlier, but I am now. Okay, third gen 83 commented that this 2-inch air cleaner was too short. So I completely agree. And that's why I bought this 3-inch air cleaner. It's from Summit. I kind of like the black anyway. Another new item in the engine bay is this 94 amp Delco-Remy alternator. The old one just wouldn't keep the battery charged, and boy, this new one sure works great. You can really tell the difference in the way the windows roll up and down, much faster.